Hi, my name is Zoe, and today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp and an Aquarius. Just a quick heads up before I start, I just got over COVID. Well, I'm actually still going through it. I have been recovering. I lost my voice for a really long time, and so I haven't been able to make content until now. And so hopefully this video will turn out the way that I want it to, but please be patient with me. Let's get to it. On paper, you should be compatible. After all, you're so alike, but in reality, your energies clash. Your relationship tends to be very steady and unbreakable, especially when it is focused on traditions and it's more old-fashioned. You both keep it real. No shenanigans. No, no, no. Remember that forgiveness must be earned. Love might not be enough to save you if things go south. Just because you apologize after a fight doesn't mean that your Aquarius will forgive you. They might not just get over it. Love is unconditional between you. They may harbor grudges or resentment or have difficulty moving on. That's that fixed energy. How you handle things in the moment will really dictate how things play out in the long run. Often you make a mistake or you have some kind of fight that impacts your relationship with them, and it will set the tone for how things play out later. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Saturn is the planet of karma, and karma is this notion of what comes around goes around. Expect some major shifts in your relationship if you're both together during your Saturn return. If you don't know what your Saturn return means, make sure that you check out my videos on Saturn returns. I talk about the Saturn return throughout the different houses and also throughout the different signs. So check out whatever your Saturn is in on your natal chart. It will tell you a lot about yourself. So yeah. Might be helpful. Don't bother trying to bury the truth. Your Aquarius can smell lies a mile away. It's interesting because I feel like the Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp is the Aquarius of cusp signs. You're both revolutionaries. You both do things your own way. You have this similar energy, similar vibe in so many different ways. And I actually think this can either hinder you or it can either make things really beautiful and work really, really well between the two of you, but it's unlikely to be in between. You balance extremes very well, okay? It's interesting how when you mess up, you try to hide it from your Aquarius. Scorpio Sagittarius Cuspers can exhaust themselves trying to keep secrets. They keep a lot to themselves, which can make them seem very mysterious. But in this situation, it may not be worth all that energy, okay? I'm already feeling my voice starting to die out, so I gotta hurry. You can end up embarrassing yourselves when you're with each other. It's not like you have any say over how things will go. There is no taming this dynamic, and your love takes on a mind of its own. There's no containing it. You both tend to try to get revenge on each other, but it can also mean you try to get revenge for each other. Like if someone wrongs your Aquarius, you will go out of your way to make that person pay. But also, when your Aquarius wrongs you, you might do something out of spite. This goes both ways, by the way. I would not want to get on your bad side if I were an Aquarius. Or the other way around. If your Aquarius is more dramatic and likes to stir up shit, you will find your Scorpio energy coming out a lot more. Your natural Scorpio energy is very heavy and it's gonna wanna shut down whatever is happening and try to shut that commotion down. You know how to get under each other's skin. This dynamic tends to be solid. Once you have that foundation, anything is possible, okay? You both tend to keep your relationship private. No matter how much your loved ones want to know what is going on with you and your Aquarius, you tend to keep a lot from them. What happens with your Aquarius stays with you and your Aquarius. It's important to avoid dwelling on the negativity if you want this to work. Focus on what is working and what is amazing and amplify that energy if you really want this to work, okay? Amplify it as much as you can. How you approach difficult situations with your Aquarius is really going to be telling It's a big deal when it comes to the potential in the long run. It really matters. I get wanting to keep your relationship really private and just keep it between you and keep it all intimate. But you know what? It's okay to share a little bit with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Have that support. You're a fun couple. You can be really entertaining. You tend to be very sexually compatible. You're both very tuned in to each other's feelings, and you aren't afraid to explore those feelings in depth. Your Aquarius is someone you can bounce ideas off of. They tend to give you great advice, and they don't judge you when you think outside the box. This matchup can go either way. It can be an absolute disaster or a beautiful love match. You have met your match here. The Aquarius is your equal in so many more ways than one. And like I said, that can be a really good thing or it can be a really terrible thing. When you both walk into a room full of people, even if you don't know anyone in the room, you radiate power and you have this commanding presence. You rarely have huge fights. They're usually small arguments. Do your best to be someone they can depend on, like on a regular basis, if you want this to work. Your energy is unpredictable at times, and your Aquarius needs you to be a constant in their life. It may take time and a lot of patience, but it will be worth it. Figure your shit out. Figure your shit out. If you want to be with your Aquarius, you need to get all your ducks in a row. Your relationship can be unpleasant, all right? You're a headstrong couple who can ruin each other, literally. Your Aquarius will have a lot to contribute to the relationship. They have these amazing ideas and philosophies. Your Aquarius would be so inspired by your drive and how goal-oriented you are. They admire how intentional and purposeful you are. You both have such a strong aura. You might be thinking, oh, it's just me. I'm the most powerful one. My Aquarius is just with me. But no, it's really you both coming together that creates this aura. You stun people when you're together. You are stunning as a couple. You can both be stubborn though. You often project such a cool, calm, and collected energy when you're together in public, and no one realizes how deep your bond actually is behind closed doors. You connect on such an emotional level. You may have the upper hand a lot in this relationship, and it's easy to take advantage of your Aquarius. Try to resist doing so as much as possible. Talk through things as much as possible with them. Talk it out, even if you're too tired. If you want to be with them, when you date an Aquarius, you tend to make a lot of promises. But it's so easy to get overwhelmed because of this. Don't overcommit to things or you will regret it. You both have so much compassion for each other. You get each other on a deeper level, and you both are in control. You're a power couple. You also tend to be very open-minded with your Aquarius. You don't lie to each other easily. If you both can't depend on each other, your relationship is not gonna last. It just won't be enough to keep you together in the long run. You both have to be consistent. You're really drawn to how smart and clever your Aquarius is. They're very knowledgeable, and it is super hot to you. You both know how to please each other in the bedroom, and sex feels satisfying with them. You often begin this relationship with dating on the down low. Like, you keep it a secret. Maybe you have an affair with them. As friends, when you both end your relationship, it is not pretty. You often decide to never hang out again and refuse to talk to them. Your friendship fights tend to be brutal. You both say the most hurtful things. You might feel like your Aquarius friend is too laid back and doesn't take your friendship seriously enough. They don't seem as devoted as you. This can be so upsetting to you. You have to try to forgive and forget if you want this to work. You can't hold on to grudges. That means actually letting it go, not saying you forgive them but aren't ready to move forward. Actions must align with words. You both know how to hurt each other. You can be both temperamental, and your relationship can turn into a war zone. You both enjoy fun activities. You can be very playful. You tend to play games. You both love to tease each other, and you can take teasing to a whole new level. Even when you decide to get married, you both tease each other. You're both flirtatious and sensual and caring. Just remember, you're both stubborn and you hate being told what to do. You might challenge each other a lot. You can be unpredictable, free spirits. Marriage isn't a cage at all for you both. You won't let it be. You both like to keep your relationship a secret, and you tend to be so good at hiding your involvement with them in public or even among friends. And it might feel like a betrayal to your loved ones when they find out you're seeing each other. As friends, you usually have a more insecure friendship. Your energy's all over the place. Things feel very up and down, up and down, up and down. As your friend, your Aquarius will not like how uptight you are. Things might feel too intense. It's important to try to dive deeper and try to explore things with them. Don't stop at the surface. There is so much more to know about your Aquarius because you both tend to be kindred spirits. You get each other. Your aura is so extreme and powerful. And let's face it, this is not your average couple. You both are weird and you play by your own rules. You know how to make each other laugh and you share a sense of humor. You would love to joke around. You both enjoy ruffling each other's feathers and laughing at each other. You like messing around with them. Sometimes you might prank each other. You guys might be that couple that likes to prank each other all the time. Neither one of you likes playing by the rules unless you've invented the rules and they're your own rules and you both agree on what those are. That makes marriage very interesting. Destiny is really pulling the strings in your relationship. You both are meant to find each other. The question is, what direction will your love take? Your relationship is a wild card. As friends, you tend to lack emotional stability. Your friendship may feel too complicated. It's rough. You both need to be able to do your own thing. It needs to feel like you're choosing to spend time with them, not that you have to spend time with them. Your friendship should never feel like a burden. Short-term romances tend to work better than long-term romantic relationships. Flings, one-night stands are often way easier for this matchup. You like to mess with each other. You might tell them something just to fuck with them and then make fun of them for believing it. That is just part of your mating dance. You both tend to enjoy the teasing no matter how embarrassing it is. You both need to write that playbook for your relationship, including a chapter on rules. Decide on the boundaries and the rules and expectations when you date them. Your marriages are often very unusual. They aren't your classic white picket fence or settling down. In fact, you both don't tend to want to settle down. You keep things interesting. If you decide to create a family with them, then you tend to have a lot of really exciting times with your kids. You keep it interesting. Just to make sure that you establish boundaries because you might be crossing lines that you can't come back from. When you decide to get married, intimacy usually isn't a priority. It's often put on the back burner. You both need to stay in your own lanes. It's like you both have things that you're really good at and you just need to be the boss in those areas. That's how you're gonna make it work because it's like your relationship is a kingdom and the king might oversee certain aspects of their kingdom and then the queen might also oversee some different aspects of the kingdom and it's all running very smoothly because of that, hopefully. So focus on taking charge of what you're good at. Your Aquarius would be very charming. They're enticing. Even when you start dating, sex is not running the show. In fact, it's usually not a focus. It doesn't mean that you can't have great sex, but it just means that your relationship is built on something else, which is usually a good thing. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are an Aquarius or you were born on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius, the cusp of revolution, please comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? What is your story? I would love to know if you've dated an Aquarius, or if you're an Aquarius, have you dated a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp? Are you married to one? Are you divorced to one? Did you have a bad run-in or a really great time with one? I would love to know your story. There are no wrong answers here. And if you would like to know more about your own relationship, you're welcome to book a reading with me on my website, zoethepsychic.com. There are links below. Happy Virgo season. Bye.